They finally figured out how to make dudes insecure about how their nether regions smelled too. Okay, in dudes apostrophe defense, I don't think a lot of dudes bend down to smell. I don't think most people can physically do that. And I don't think anyone's like, do my balls smell? And then like they like go and check with their own nose. I don't think they could if they really wanted to. Okay. Like, it's just, how would you even know? But many people also get reports from their significant other being like, you're a little musty. And many people learn later in life, okay? They learn a little too late that it's been like that the whole time and they didn't really know. And then they're like, oh, you know? So there's been a bit more of a surgence of products for that. Because let's be honest, the skin's like really sensitive. The skin is very, very thin, very sensitive. And like when you use certain normal products, you can dry sensitive skin out. It's like the inside of your elbow, you know, it's like really, really, really thin. And if you chafe a little, if you wash a little too much, you dry things like that out a little too much, you can end up giving yourself way bigger problems. So you gotta be a little careful. Women have similar issues. Women got the same shit going on, just slightly different anatomy, but similar stuff where you just can't like wash certain things with certain other things. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work, man. So scratching stuff too much can lead to issues about making it too raw. Yeah, it's true. That's what I'm saying. Like, you have like thin, delicate skin. You don't wash your face and then like exfoliate your eyelids. You know your eyelids are gonna be like blazing red. They're gonna be like just so itchy and they're gonna hurt. You know, like you can't like take a little scrubby thing and be like, let me loofah my eyelids. It's like the same you know, you have to be gentle. Imagine channel point redemption like hydrate, but for checking your junk's musk. I don't know that I want to be like, let's press a button to all like scratch and sniff. I don't think we need that. All right, guys, community scratch and sniff. Yeah, I'm good. I don't think we want that. Can I get a sniff check, bro? Lift your legs up. Just a real quick sniff check. I just want to make sure I'm good, you know? I'm meeting this girl later. Can I get a sniff check? Real friends would do a sniff check on each other. I had a friend, she was like, is my back sweaty? She was wearing like a dress that was like somewhat open back, like up top and at the bottom. She was like, is my back sweaty? And I was like, no. And she's like, could you touch it? She's like, check with your hand. So I like take a finger and I look like I'm like when you check for dust on a surface and you go like, I do that. And I go, and I go, nope, you're dry. And she's like, okay, what about like under the bra strap? And I'm like, why am I... You check. I was like, put your hand there. Why do you want me to do it? And she was like, I can't reach. She was holding a bunch of stuff. And I was like, all right. So I reached in and checked and I'm like, you're fine. She's like, okay. And you know, girls will just do that. So what I'm trying to say is the story is to say, fellas, you know, if you need a dude to do a sniff check, you know, frog wide, it's time. Can you check my dryness level? Am I dry enough? Or do I need to like freshen up? Can you powder me, bro? Oh my God. I had this one friend a long time ago. He was like part of a group of friends. For some reason, like girls really liked him. And I thought he was like just as good as the other guy friends. I thought like they were all pretty even in that group, you know? But this dude, for whatever reason, just had like so much game. But none of us ever saw it. We never saw what he did or heard what he was saying to people to figure out like, how is he doing this? What is he doing, right? Never really got to witness it. So we were just kind of like, how does he do this? One of our friends asks one time and he's like, dude, how do you like how are you doing so much better than all of us? And he leans in. He leans into this friend and he goes, you gotta keep yourself fresh. And he was like, okay. And he goes, I powder my balls. And again, he's leaning in like close to this friend. He's like, I powder my balls. But we can all hear, we're all sitting there. We're like, okay. And he was like, I got baby powder always in my bag. And everyone's like, there's no way you keep the baby powder. And he was like, check it. He reaches in, he pulls baby powder. He had it in his bag. He wasn't lying. He pulls like Johnson's baby powder out of his bag. And he was like, bro, I'm telling you. He was like, this shit works better than anything. Yeah. And he pulls the baby powder out. And he was like, I'm telling you. Thing is, it's not a bad idea. It was just so funny hearing him like lean into our friend and be like, I powder my balls. And he was like, look at the applicator. And you know, you ever use baby powder, you like turn the top and it looks like a little salt shaker. And it like, you know, it's workable, it's usable. It was, oh man, the little shaker top and everything. That was so funny. But then everyone was like, dude, you just like leave that free floating in your bag? And he's like, yeah, it's just baby powder. And one of our other friends, not the one he leaned into, he was like, okay, when you apply it, are you applying it from afar or are you like touching the skin with it? Because now you just leave that shit in your bag. And if I ever got anything from your bag, I gotta know because I reached my hand in there. And he was like, no, I do it from a distance. He was like, do you really though? Like how much of a distance? Because if it taps it, I don't know. And then we had this like hour-long debate about whether when he powders them, does he allow the applicator to like touch at all or like, and from then on, no one would ever go into his bag for anything. You ever like ask a friend to close your bag because you left the zipper open, whatever, anything related to his bag, everyone would be like, nah, you're on your own. Like, even though he said he did it from a distance, everyone would be like, I'm not touching your bag, dude. You got that ball powder in there. I don't want that. Oh, it's so funny. He would get so pissed. He'd be like, I don't touch it to my balls. Oh, so funny. The baby powder. Anyway, now whenever I see baby powder like in a store, if I ever see it, I look at it and I'm like, oh man. I think about that friend claiming that his secret to success was powdering himself. Oh man. And the thing is, I was like, that's bullshit because like you'd have to get someone to that point for them to notice you've been powdered and they go, oh, you powder? Like, you know what I mean? I was like, this is not this. Don't lie to me. This isn't your technique. This ain't the technique at all. Let me drop the knowledge for free. It's not the knowledge though. We're like, how do you get so many more girls to talk to you and be attracted to you before that step? Okay. I know it's not the ball powder. And I know he's not leaning into girls and going, did you know I powder my balls? I know he's not doing that. Okay. I know that's not the strat. So to this day, he never told us what he was doing, but he did say he powdered his balls at least. So, you know, we learned that much.